Imagine, 9 days until Christmas, you're a Man United fan, and you're top of the league. 12 games played, and you look good. Um, yeah. Welcome to what happens on my Football Manager series. Episode 5 of Fixing Man United today. We're still top of the league. On goal difference, albeit. So, last time out, very good episode. We beat Man City 1-0, Dan James scoring again, and then travelled to Anfield and snatched a late victory. Since then, we won 3-0 away to Olympiacos, Cavani getting his first goals for the club. You'll also notice they brought back this thing on the side. I'm very thankful. Game after 0-0 against Southampton. They held us. Yeah, it happened then. Against Lokomotiv Moscow. They held out for a very long time. And then in Fergie time we scored. You know, just if I hadn't proved I'm the real deal yet, I did then. Then frustratingly drew 0-0 away to Fulham. Then, in a game of very little importance because it didn't affect our standing at all, but we beat Real Madrid 2-0. Daniel James amongst the goals. And last time out, beat Burnley 2-0. And Martial and Fernandes with the goals. Today, another derby, taking on City at the Etihad. Can we do the double? And then we're away to Tottenham, who've had a shocking start to the season. Is Mourinho even still in charge? Yeah, how's he not been sacked yet? I don't know either. But let's get into things. So this is the first episode I've recorded since the full game was released, so there may be some changes that I have not yet noticed. So, we're learning together. Unless, of course, you've already played, in which case you get to humiliate me. Oh, there are 8 scores. Only 15 minutes into them, so maybe understandable. Suggesting playing defensive. It's tempting. Because it's a game I really don't want to lose. But I'm not sure. I think I stick as we are. Fernandes came back from injury at some point. I mean, I think I'm fine with all this team. Yep. That's still got the Martial at striker. Have to admit, maybe I was wrong to have them the other way round. Maybe, just maybe, there's a way I couldn't possibly be right. There's not a way I can say, like, I know this is going to be tough, but believe in yourself. I guess that's the best thing to say. Okay. Yeah, they have the lineups now. That's the thing I already noticed on YouTube. Let's not talk about the fact I've completely forgotten to put Daniel James in the team. Yeah, you can see from the table. Joint top with them, only bettering their goal difference. But I don't remember the last time we conceded in a game. I'm going to have to check that now, aren't I? Since the Real Madrid game, and in the league it was the Chelsea game, so we've been very defensively solid for a long time. Pogba, Matic, Fernandes, Martial, Greenwood, brilliant play, and take the lead. Greenwood with the goal. We lead at the Etihad. It's definitely not the Etihad today. Plenty of fans in. Okay, maybe we got a little lucky with the Mendy deflection. Shut up. Yeah, because of the draws, it has meant the gaps that were previously there are a bit small now. But that's life. You aren't perfect all of the time. Form drops off. Yeah. Sterling, Gundogan, Cancelo with the cross. Aguero heads it down. Jesus hits the post. Oh, brilliant tackle, Fernandes. I mean, how did Jesus not score that? Aguero put it on a plate for him. Oh, corner before half time. Foden, Dea punches, comes to Aguero. That was close, but we have a half-time lead. I'm staying on key highlights. Just because the derby last time out was on extended highlights, so you don't need to see another derby on extended highlights. You saw 2 last time. Yeah, but I feel like I'm really happy with the back four that I have. Aarons, Koundé, Maguire and Tell. They just work so well together. I don't know if they actually do, but the stats appear to suggest they do. Because we haven't conceded in nearly 2 months. I'm thinking possibly substitution time. Thinking Rashford off. So I'll bring Martial onto the left, and I'll put Cavani up top. Maybe he's a different kind of player, so will just be a little curveball to throw City towards the end. Greenwood, Pogba, into Aarons, back to Pogba, Aarons, Fernandes, into Pogba, Matic, Aarons, Fernandes, Pogba, Matic, Koundé, out to Aarons, is Matic. Ball into Martial, he's got to score, and he does. 2-0, surely game over. Double over City. Double over City. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Fresh legs on in the place of Bruno. Has to be McTominay. He's just the kind of workhorse type player we need towards the end of the game. Just to sit in there, win the ball back, and yeah. Greenwood, I'm not sure. Who can I bring on for Greenwood? No one. Exactly. What do I do? What does a guy do? I guess Fred. He's going to sit in there as a box-to-box midfielder. Okay. So, kick-off highlight, City going to give themselves a glimmer of hope. Jesus, Sterling, I was about to say cross-block by Shaw, no, that's Tell. Tomine and Fred on for Fernandez and Greenwood. We're getting into the end of the game, so I'll just praise them. We'll go defensive. See it out. Tell, Pogba, Martial. Get him off. Horrible foul. Off you go. Bye. No, the video's not ending, I'm just waving bye to Cancelo because he's been sent off. And you see, it's funny. The final whistle. We win the derby. Done the double over City. And extend our lead at the top of the table. So, yeah. Basing success on defense. That is one way you could put it. I've conceded only 9 goals. You know, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. I mean, a third of the goals we conceded were against Cristiano Ronaldo's Sheffield United. Yeah, so... Okay, it does appear Mourinho's been sacked now. Yeah, this is the final straw for him. Yeah, losing 3-0 to Fulham, never good. Okay, but on to the Fulham game. Not the Fulham game. Onto the Tottenham game we go. Now, on paper, it does seem like this Tottenham game should be easy, but I'm slightly fearful. Because, I guess it's the caretaker effect. I mean, you saw it at Man United when Mourinho was sacked. Ole came in caretaker, and they just went on a run. Is the same going to happen for Tottenham? I mean, it's Mourinho sacked again. These are the results. Yes, the ones that are notable for us: Liverpool beating Wolves, City beating Southampton, and Chelsea and Arsenal drawing. So Chelsea really falling off the pace, and Arsenal, we can extend the gap between us and them. Liverpool's goal difference is just crazy. Because we played a midweek, I had to make a few changes. Just Greenwood coming out for James and Fernandez coming out for Van de Beek. Just gotta keep things fresh. But apart from that, I think that is all I will do. So yeah, just the 2 changes. But how will we fare? Just tell them to pick up where they left off. They're the lowest goal scorers, we've got the best defence. Does not sound good for them. Not going to show you the graphics every time. we beat Tottenham, they fall into the relegation zone. Barrios, ball forward here. Maguire heads away. Van de Beek into Tell. Gets the cross in. Rashford, brilliant from Reese. Brilliant boot forward, but Max Aarons does clear it up. Pogba, Van de Beek, Pogba into Rashford. It's lightning play, and Lloris is able to come and claim it though. Aarons gives it away. Barrios, Son, into Kane, back to Son. It's a chance. He hits the post. Early wake-up call. Going to demand more. Son with the corner. Maguire heads away. Comes back to Son though. Van de Beek flushes him away. Barrios keeps it alive. Dan James in there to intercept. Just going to demand more again. Tell with throw, not very good. Gives it away to Højbjerg. Comes back. Pogba, Matic, Van de Beek, Pogba, Van de Beek, Matic, into Tell, into Rashford, and that's a lovely finish. It gives us the lead. Howard Ball just played to perfection. And yeah, in the press conference after the Manchester derby, the journalists did also refer to it as Howard Ball. You know, I'm starting a movement. I'm unsure myself what the actual philosophy is, but it seems to be score but don't concede. It turns out it's genius. Outstretched arms. I'm happy with that. I think Van de Beek doesn't like his role, which is understandable. So I'll move him back slightly so he doesn't have to do as much pressing. I'm going to bring Fred on for Matic. Bale is not having a good game, much to my delight. Son with the corner, Koundé heads it away. Daniel James leads counter. Look at him with his blistering pace. Gets past his man. It's a chance. Brilliant from Lloris again. He's keeping Tottenham in this game. Martial keeps it alive. Fred is blocked. Tell. Martial with the cross. Reguilon heads away, but Martial is offside. Suggested Pogba being brought off. McTominay in his place. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Ben Davis with the throw. Dele Alli. Aarons wins back. James. Play it. Fred. Koundé. McTominay. Maguire. Gives it away. Mora. Højbjerg. Barrios gives it away. McTominay wins it back. Van de Beek launches it in behind. Martial with the chance, and he fires it home. A lovely finish. And it's 2-0. And we look good value for the win here. Even though there is 22 minutes plus added time to go. I think it's going very well. Rashford coming off doesn't make sense. Should I bring Cavani? Now let's give Odion a Gallo game. I just like to give Igalo some minutes every now and then. McTominay, Fred, up to Tell, Fred, McTominay, Van de Beek, McTominay, James, Igalo, McTominay, Tell, cross blocked, comes to Fred, into Koundé, Van de Beek, McTominay, gives it away, Son, Ali, Son, Barrios, into Moore. He takes it nicely. Moore's cross is blocked. Comes to Aurier, cross in. Son heads it wide. Should be scoring from there. Or at least hitting the target. Aarons with the throw. Van de Beek. Aarons. Winks wins it back. Son. Davis. Koundé. Wins it back. De Gea. Fred. McTominay. Van de Beek. McTominay. Gives it away. More. Winks. Aurier. Crossing. Ali. With the header. Which hit the crossbar and goes over. We're a bit shaky towards the end here. We've already made all 3 of the substitutions. Don't be trying to change more stuff, you can't do that. It's against the rules. Okay, we have a corner. Can we add a third? Fred. McTominay. Fred. Out to Aarons. Looking for James. Moore intercepts. Clears it away. But it's coming back. Fred. Aarons. Into James. Who fires it home. 3-0. Dan James gets on the score sheet. Don't deny it. I've turned Dan James into a goal-scoring machine. Anyone who says otherwise is just jealous of my, frankly, brilliant tactical ability. Not sure what Lloris was doing, but I'll take anything. Final whistle goes. 3-0 win away to Tottenham. They fall into the relegation zone. And last match before Christmas, Man United going to have a certain gift of being top at Christmas. I mean, in the first time I did fixing Man United, in the first season, I'm not even sure we were in the top 4 at Christmas. I can't check. Maybe Editor Benjamin will check. But this thing occurred to me during the game. It's another comparison between now and the first season of fixing Man United. So, fellow Big Six teams, look at our away record against them. 1 against Liverpool, 1 away to City, 1 away to Tottenham. We've also won against the argued best of the rest, Wolves, away from home too. I'm pretty sure in the first season fixing Man United on FM19, I only got 1 point away to our fellow Big Six teams in the first season. Yeah, so the improvement is real. Now, before I go, board did give me more transfer funds, so I have 37 million now, 266 grand on wages. It's not a lot of money, but I think it can buy you something. And I look at our team, and there's one area that sticks out for me as needing to be improved. Or at least us needing a new player there. That is the defensive midfield position. Because Matic is getting on now. He's still a very good player, but I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be around for, and for how much longer he's going to be at the best of his ability. So I think we need to bring someone new in there. My first thought was a certain guy, might know him, Declan Rice. Pretty similar in ability to Matic. Rice maybe slightly better, but of course, with Rice being a young English player, it doesn't doubt he's going to come at a premium. But we're Man United, remember? I think if we come in for him, West Ham reject an offer, I think Rice could force the move through. Yeah, with his potential, he does certainly have room to become a very good defensive midfielder here. I could possibly look for a cheaper alternative, maybe someone not so young, but the whole point with buying a new defensive midfielder was to get in a younger player, so that's kind of counterproductive against what I'm going for. Maybe need a right winger too. Bernardeschi. He's nearly back from injury, but if he goes again, can we rely on Greenwood at right wing? I mean, today's episode suggests so, but do we need someone more experienced or more world class? I guess we can just have a quick look now at possible players. I'll start with the right winger. Now, of course, we can't get anyone in that's too expensive, so sorry, Usmane. But maybe someone like Mora could afford. Who else could we look at? Jesus Corona, decent player. I know he's a left winger, but he can do a job on the right. And I guess everyone would want me to sign him for the sake of joke. Who else is there? Ansu Fati maybe, but again he's a left winger. I need predominantly right wing players. Ismail Sarr, is he? No, he's a left winger. Stop suggesting left wingers to me. I'm looking for right wingers. But possibly some targets there. Defensive midfield. Maybe Fabian from Napoli, because he looks phenomenal, but he's predominantly midfielder. And there's Rice, as I suggested. Cavalier maybe. Thomas Delaney could be a possibility. Julian Weigl. Pretty sure I signed him in fixing Man United before. Just didn't really use him much. Because I think I signed him as a defensive midfielder, but paid a lot of money for him when he was only really good enough to be second choice. But I think maybe Weigl is the man. Apart from that, I guess with the funds we have, maybe we can look at someone transfer listed. Now, excuse the video being a bit long, but I sort of want to show you a bit of the process, what actually goes on. So, who is there? Just sort of looking at it. Max Alonso, Kier, Winks, Christensen, Lamel, Depay. Do we really want to bring him back? Donnarumma. He's an interesting one because he's a phenomenal keeper. But his contract expires at the end of the season, and he doesn't appear to want to stay, and that's a common theme in a lot of manager saves. Apart from that, don't really have anyone. Max Meyer. He has potential, I don't doubt that, but he's 25, it's kind of late for him to realise potential. Now, Ozil, he's available on a free, but those wages, yeah. Pastor was maybe a few years younger, but yeah, there are some decent players out there, but I guess the best way maybe to end this is to hand it over to you. Now, I know hardly ever get any comments on here, but if there is anyone that you think I should sign, do leave it in the comments, because I'm going to, like I've said before, try and have more viewer interactivity on this series, and I guess maybe this is a good way to do it. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll just let you request stuff and then ignore all your requests. But we'll see. That is it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.